The estate that we're on right now would have been a place that we would have been just battling, clashing, MCing, winning, losing, just finding yourself as a character, because your social group, it magnifies once you go out there into the world as you grow up. So the role that you played in that group probably is the role you're going to play in the world, you know. So that's why I'm here doing this today, because I was here doing this in that day. Specific collaboration that means a lot to me is with a producer called Kevin Martin, The Bug. We made a track called Skeng. I didn't really expect much from the track. Again, we were just being creative, doing music. It became a cult classic. To me, when I made it, I had just a everyday expectation for it. It was another song, another thing to like vibe to for us. Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the Jungle. Rumble was with Fred about 5 years ago. He heard Skeng, or is a fan of Skeng like a lot of people. He knows someone that knows me and said, yeah, we'd love to get Flowdan in the studio, have a session. Spent some time, had some conversations, talked. And then as I was leaving, he said, I just got this idea here. What do you think? I was like, yeah, that sounds sick. I've got a little something for that. I said, run for them life. When I stepped into the jungle, group up. Killers in the Jungle, yo, not one. Defeat the big Flowdan, not one. Defeat the road deep clan, not you. Your man and the rest of your crew. If you love war, my gun love you. Fred said, like, I don't know, about a year later, he met Sonny face to face, because they've done remote work before on Ed's album and stuff like that. Sonny said, yo, what you working on? He said, I got this Flowdan track. He was like, Flowdan? All right, listen, pass me that. I'm sure I got something for that. They done what they done. And that was probably a good 2-3 years ago. They unleashed on the Boiler Room. It's a wrap from there. Yo, listen, you hear that? I had that as an intro. I didn't think I was going to ever hear that again. Sonny had different ideas and a different creative approach, and thought, nah, that's actually a hooky. You build on yourself, but at the same time, you be open to suggestion. And sometimes they might be like, nah, this part of your work is sick as well. Don't neglect that. Every day is different in the studio. The approach is always like looking for something that you don't know exists. Coming into the studio with an idea sometimes spoils that. Take time off. Bun weed and bun a boy skin. The plate ready to kill them right off. I'm in a full suit of war. They can't talk a thing, a promoter. Bring me the money and the trophy. In order to spark ideas, there's many ways, there's many routes there. One is definitely Loopcloud. There's a whole database of ideas, but at the same time, if I'm looking for something like, again, it's not even from a lyricist perspective, it's definitely from a beat making perspective when I would open up something like Loopcloud, because just to get that floor, just to get something to just get me going. For quick inspiration on the beat making side of things, Loopcloud is a go-to for me, facts. I think people are just into new things, and the stale type of formulas are just yesterday. Don't try too hard, don't be scared to like have a rest. Turn off the screen, turn off the computer, have a nap, have a rest, have a sleep. I definitely do that more than you would know. When I'm working, it's really about how much rest I can have and how much I can relax and how much I can take my mind off the specific task, which is being creative. Now, basketball's vital to my development as a young person, because it just taught me about working as a team, knowing about playing a role in a team, knowing that it's not about self, and also just being accountable for your role and your actions. Writer blocks, I know it's the first time you've got my voice and loops of me and my beats and my sample style. If you're a writer and you come to a block, you can open up this pack of blocks and start building, and you can go from step 1 to step million if you want, or you can just start step 1 and then take it from there. I wasn't thinking of, yeah, you might want to sample me. I'm a name and a voice that you might have heard of or can't get access to. This changes that. I want to hear something I like, but I'm also going to be interested to hear the stuff that I don't like. I'm going to spend more time listening to that, I think, and having good conversations with my friends at how they've made me sound terrible. That's amazing.